Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a beautiful evening here at Aquatic Ballpark. We're live on EBSN, Eagles Baseball Sports Network, for the Round 11 home game between your Manly Eagles and the visiting Central Coast Marlins. The season has turned into the second half, and this is the first game of the second half of the season. It is Round 11. The Eagles enjoying the bye last week after splitting the first grade series against Ryde. We'll go more into the results a little bit later in this broadcast. We'll get things started off with the Central Coast lineup. Leading it off will be the centre fielder, Damien Rutherford. Tristan Watts will bat in the two-hole playing second base. Kurt Eden playing third base. Taylor Clementia in right field. Jackson Smith is catching. Chet Robinson playing shortstop. Jack Day at first base. Chris Ings will take the designated hitter duties tonight. And Daniel Rogers will play in left field. Pitcher for the Central Coast Marlins will be Ryan Hudson. Your Manly Eagles line up this way. Jalen Ray leading things off at shortstop. Jules Kremer having a rest from catching duties tonight. He'll play third base. Connor McDonald will play left field. Brendan Haithwaite your DH for this evening. Shohei Ariyama is in right field. Ashley Roberts takes his position at first base. Daniel Goodsall second base. Massa Endo does the catching, and Gabriel Matto will hit in the 9-hole playing centre field. And on the mound for the Manly Eagles tonight is number 20, Josh Gessner, the young Philadelphia Phillies prospect, making the start here under lights at Aquatic Ballpark. Umpires this evening behind the plate, Mr. Jerry Cobb. Up along first base, Mr. Billy Green. And at third base is Keith Lehman. And we're not far away from first pitch duties here. It's going to be the centre fielder, Damien Rutherford, to get things started. As Jerry Cobb says, let's play ball, and that is down for a ball one to start this one off. So Gessner just struggling to find the strike zone to start this one. He's behind 3 balls with Damien Rutherford leading it off for the Marlins. And there it is, he found it. So 3 balls and a strike now for Gessner. And Rutherford will ground that ball to his cousin, Jalen Ray, playing shortstop for the Eagles. Will throw it across the diamond, and that'll be the first out of this top of the first inning. Second baseman Tristan Watt steps in here. 1 out in the top of the first. And that'll be down for ball 1. So I guess I'm just missing the zone to start things off tonight. And he keeps inside that one, punches it out to Ariyama in right field, and that'll be the first hit of this ball game. The board. It's going to be the third baseman, Kurt Eden. He's going to get a broken bat. Ground ball to Goodsall, who cleans it up on the little in-between hop. Slobs it over to Jalen Ray at second base. But the turn isn't quite in time to get the double play. It'll be Eden getting a board there on that fielder's choice. So it'll be 2 out. Gesson starting to find his zone now, which is a good thing for Josh. Taylor Clementia now, playing right field this evening. He takes a first pitch strike from Gessner. And Gessner's ahead for the first time in tonight's game. And that one just missing for ball 1, so 1 ball and a strike. Gorgeous evening here at the ballpark. A little bit of a slight breeze around, but the sun was out in all its glory today. So we have a need to get the tent out. Touch wood, we won't need it. Gessner ahead, a ball and 2 strikes here. 2 out in the top of the first. Gessner sets, checks the runner, and curveball in the dirt. And on the tag, Endo finishes the 3rd out. So after the top of the first, only 1 base runner in that one. Manly Eagles will have Jalen Ray, Jules Kremer, and Connor McDonald coming up in the bottom of the first inning. Apologies in advance if you do have a little bit of feedback from the wind here at the ballpark. We haven't got any coverage from the wind, so it may pick up on the microphone. But we'll try and minimise the impact. Leading off in the bottom of the first, it's the shortstop, Jalen Ray. And he will take the first pitch from Ryan Hudson on the knees for strike 1. And he'll then lift the second pitch from Ryan Hudson into left field for a single. And the Eagles have their first base runner aboard here in the bottom of the first. Jules Kremer now is his first game in the field for the Eagles since arriving in Australia. He steps in with Ray at first and nobody out. So he's taking his place at third base. Squares to bunt, but pulls it back, and that ball gets away from the catcher for the Marlins. And Ray will move up 90 feet into scoring position. So the scoring of the bunt becoming effective there, getting in the way of the catcher, not able in the hand that handle that pitch. And Manly have the first opportunity to score a run in this ball game. Jules Kremer keeping hot. He will punch that ball into right field. It will be picked up by Clemencia over there. And Jalen Ray will come around and score. Manly are on the board here in the first inning. Connor McDonald, the next hitter for the Eagles. Now that I found my stat sheet, I can tell you what some of these guys are doing so far in the season. Connor McDonald, 269, 7 for 26. 2 runs scored, 2 doubles, and 4 RBIs. Has also drawn 4 walks and been hit by pitch once. So Connor playing left field tonight for the first time this season. Ash Roberts getting the duties over at first. Some late changes to the lineup. That's why our graphics might be a little bit out of whack. We'll try and get them updated as quick as we can. As Kremer takes off. Fastball down the middle. Throw not the best. And it's going to get into centre field. Jules Kremer's going to move up to third base. So it'll be a stolen base and then a throwing error from the catcher. And Jules Kremer moves up 180 feet. With none out here in the bottom of the first inning. And that ball's going to be down, so it's going to be a ball and a strike. One here for McDonald. And the curveball there for strike 2. Ryan Hudson ahead in the count against McDonald. And he gets him swinging on that one. That's the first out of the inning. Designated hitter Brendan Haythwaite. Spent plenty of time in first grade this season. Batting 154 through his 11 starts, as the catcher seems to have taken one in the undercarriage. So we'll give him a minute just to compose himself. Smith just having a little bit of a rest. Never a good feeling copping one of those balls off the end of the bat. Thankfully, he's wearing the proper protection. So round 11 is Pink Hope around here at Aquatic Ballpark. The Eagles raising money and awareness for a great local charity in Pink Hope. I raise money for ovarian and breast cancer awareness. We've got some great raffles here happening both tonight and on Sunday. Some great prizes. A membership at Black Label Fitness. Some beauty care products donated by Nails by Kel, one of our Women's League players. And some other little bits and pieces. Also a $100 gift voucher for Seventh Day Brewery down at Brookvale. So if you are at the ballpark on Sunday, make sure you grab yourself a bunch of tickets. There's over $1,000 worth of prizes. And you'll also notice the Manly Eagles players playing in pink hats tonight. All the players on the weekend will also wear pink hats in support of Pink Hope and raising money and awareness for breast cancer and ovarian cancer research. So Jackson Smith's recovered. Brendan Haythwaite steps in. Down no balls and a strike. Jules Kremer 90 feet away as the second run, and it's going to come in here on the wild pitch. Crows play at the plate. Kremer slides in. He'll be safely in there. So on the wild pitch, the Eagles will pick up their second run of this ball game. Brendan Haythwaite with a 1 ball and 1 strike count here in the bottom of the first inning. And that ball down for ball 2, just jumping out of the glove of Jackson Smith there for the Marlins. Haythwaite takes that pitch on the knees, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah. Ryan Hudson, even in this count now, throws in the curveball. Haythwaite bending over for it, but can't extend the bat, and he goes down on strikes. Second strikeout of the inning for Ryan Hudson, and there's 2 away in the bottom of the first. So Ariyama, the right fielder, taking his place in the lineup with a couple of injuries in the Manly first grade side tonight. Nelson Phillips out injured, as well as Yoshi Umezawa. Shohei takes the first pitch from Hudson for a strike and grounds that ball up to first base, which can't be handled. He's going to turn the corner, go over to second base, and it's going to be a double there for Ariyama. I think they just got away on the second hop there by Jack Day into right field, and it's going to be a two-out double for Shohei Ariyama, and the Eagles extending the bottom of the first inning. Ashley Roberts now, first baseman. He takes first pitch from Ryan Hudson for a strike. Ash, only 4 appearances in first grade so far this year, hitting .214, with 3 runs scored and 2 RBIs, has walked 3 times and struck out 5. Ariyama with the lead at second. And that ball down in the dirt. It's going to be another 390 for the Eagles. Good recognition by Ariyama. Saw that the ball was going to be down. Had a large secondary and was able to easily move over to third base once the ball wasn't able to be corralled by the catcher, Jackson Smith. Ash Roberts, a member of last year's second grade championship winning team. A veteran of the Manly club. It's the return from an overseas holiday as he takes that ball away. 2 balls and a strike. Now 2 balls and a strike. Hudson deals. And that one's just going to be on the outside corner. Or just outside, rather. And it's going to be 3 balls and a strike. Daniel Goodsell repping the pink socks tonight. He waits on deck. Looking for Roberts to extend this inning. Maybe knock in another run. Lifts that ball over foul. And that's going to be the first souvenir of the evening. Couple of kids in red uniforms chasing after that one. They're going to get their lolly voucher. Roberts now feels the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3-2. And the curveball fouled off by Roberts. So Hudson hanging in here. Couple of fouls out of Roberts to fill this count up. Looking to get out of it without any more runs across onto the board. And that one's going to be fouled into right field. And it's going to be down. It is going to be a foul. Roberts elongating this at bat. So 3-2 here for Roberts. He has Shohei Ariyama 90 feet away, representing the third run of this inning and the ball game for the Eagles. And that ball in for strike 3, and that'll end the first inning. Manly Eagles 2, Central Coast 0 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. Devitt Wholesale Meats is a traditional butcher shop first owned by the Driver family in 1976 and have a reputation for high quality, great service and amazing value. Their fully qualified butchers love their craft and treat cooking with a passion, and the two certainly go hand in hand with his friendly, knowledgeable and extremely talented team. The next time you're having a barbecue, head down to Devitt Meats because that's where we get our meat from. Big thank you for Devitt Meats on board as a sponsor for 2019-2020. Ground ball there to Daniel Goodsall. He gets it over to Jalen Ray for the first out, but Joe Ray just not being able to get a grip on it to turn the second. So we have one out here in the top of the second inning. Jackson Smith walking to start that one before Chet Robertson grounded out into the force out at second base. And it's now Jack Day. He's ahead in this one with 2 balls now. Josh Gessner still out on the mound for the Eagles. Guess I'm looking for a double play potentially to get this inning done with, and that's going to be a foul. So 2 balls and a strike for Jack Day. He's got the designated hitter waiting on deck in the form of Chris Ings tonight, who does have the leggings on, so it looks like there might be a change. And a big swing there by Jack Day. Massa Endo not able to handle it. And Chet Robinson will move up to second base on a pass ball. And he'll get the strike through to finish it, so Jack Day strikes out. So with 2 out, Chris Ings will step up. Designated hitter this evening. And that ball up for ball 1. So 1 ball for Ings here. Batting with 2 out in the top of the second. And Gessner fires back with a strike, so now a ball and a strike. One for Ings. Robinson takes his lead at second. And a big swing and a miss there from the Central Coast DH. Here's a ball and 2 strikes. Guess they're 1 pitch away from getting this one in the books and getting Daniel Goodsall, Massa Endo and Gabriel Matto up to bat in the bottom of the second. Foul ball into the ground. Endo appealing for the straight catch, but definitely a couple of noises there. So Chris Ings will fight to live another pitch from Josh Gessner. Runner in scoring position over at second base. foul ball from Ings, going deep into the at bat here. Always a threat here is Ings. As he calls for time from Jerry Cobb. Always troubles the Manly defence in all the games that we've played against him. So we're looking to come up with a hit here to score Robinson from second base. And that pitch is going to be outside ball 2, sorry. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gessner checking in for the signal. And Ings fouls that one off into the Manly Eagles dugout. Good crowd out here, probably close to 300 tonight. A lot of kids at the ballpark. The Eagles Baseball Besties program in full swing with members of the Warringah Baseball Club in attendance this evening. Getting to warm up with the players pre-game and run out onto the diamond during team announcements. And that ball's down in the dirt. Massa Endo can't find it. Shorty's going to go up to first base, and that'll be a strikeout on the wild pitch. And it'll give the Central Coast a life here in the top of the second inning, putting runners on the corners with 2 outs. Chet Robinson moving up 90 feet. Damien Rutherford waiting on deck, hoping the left fielder Rogers can extend this inning for the Marlins. And Gessner starts with the ball down in the dirt. Gessner fires back with a strike, so he has even the count at a ball and a strike. And doesn't check his swing on that one. Jerry Cobb says that's a strike, so that's strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Josh Gessner 1 pitch away from ending the top of the first. Rogers looking for his first hit in first grade this season. Possibly knock in a couple of runs, but he won't get it in this at-bat. He'll go down swinging, and that'll end the top of the second inning. On the Procar Automated scoreboard, it's the Manly Eagles 2, Central Coast 0, with Daniel Goodsall leading things off. So, as predicted, there has been a defensive change for the Marlins. Jackson Smith is out of the game, and Chris Ings has taken his spot behind the plate. Jackson Smith not feeling the best after wearing one in the previous inning. And that'll put Ryan Hudson into the 5-hole for the Marlins. As Goodsall's ahead here, 2 balls and a strike. And that pitch in for strike 2. And now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one missing on the inside. So a full count here for Goodsall. Leading off here, the bottom of the second for the Eagles. And he will go down swinging for the first out. Goodsall just not able to put that ball in play. Don't forget, you can follow all of the Manly Eagles play-by-play action on Game Changer. Simply download and jump on the Game Changer app and look for Manly Eagles First Grade State League. All the games are scored live in all grades, so Saturday and Sunday. You can also keep up to date with the action if you can't get to the ballpark. Of course, we don't cover the under 18 games, so you can check out what's happening in those games as well. Jumping on to the Game Changer. Endo lifts the 2-2 delivery. Ings racing back for it and makes the catch, a great catch. So that's the second out there. Nice running catch by Chris Ings. So 2 out now, and it'll be the centre fielder, Gabriel Matto, and he will take strike 1 there from Ryan Hudson. Beck Ings asking for the replay on that one. Just rewind it, Beck, and you should get the replay. We might not have had the camera angle for that. Oh, and we've lost power. So I don't have to bother commentating because we're still live. But we have lost power here momentarily. All right, we're back in action. A little bit of a power surge in the area. Knocked out the power. Just need to take stock of where we're at. We had a 2-out double by Gaz Matteau. And then Jalen Ray was put out in some fashion. I'd stopped watching at that point trying to fix everything. So we'll try and find out what happened there. So apologies to everybody. We're in the top of the 13. Josh Gessner back out. And it is Damien Rutherford up to bat for the Eagles. Oh no, there goes the power again. Find out what's happened. So we're back, part 3 of this game. We had a couple of power surges in the area, so just working overtime to make sure that we can get this game on. So Damien Rutherford down on strikes to start this. This is the top of the third, so a couple of power delays. And it's going to be Tristan Watts, and he has taken ball 1 downstairs from Josh Gessner. Out for his third inning of work tonight. And then gets the curveball in for strike 1, a ball and a strike. And the slider there from Gessner. A ball and 2 strikes now for Watts. Singled into right field in his first at-bat in the first inning. He's currently hitting .240 on the year. 6 hits from 25 at-bats. 5 runs scored, 4 RBIs to his name. And the curveball is fouled off. So count will remain a ball and 2 strikes. Despite the delays, we haven't had really anyone leave the ballpark yet. Issues have been resolved fairly quickly, and that's going to be strike 3 on the outside corner for Watts. Second strikeout of the inning. Sixth strikeout on the night for Gessner. Second out of the top of the third, and it's going to be the third baseman, Kurt Eden. And he'll take strike 1. He grounded into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat in the first inning. We are in the top of the third inning. Manly Eagles leading 2-0. And Eden will swing and miss at that one. So 2 strikes for Gessner. 19-year-old right-handed pitcher. Recently signed with the Philadelphia Phillies after originally accepting a scholarship with Tulane University. But the Phillies were really desperate for him, and that's lifted up into the air. Daniel Goodsell's underneath it. Didn't have it at first. Jalen Ray came across just in case, but he did pick it up, Goodsell, and he makes the catch at second base, and that will end the top of the third inning. And it's going to be the Manly Eagles 2 coming up to bat, with Jules Kremer, Connor McDonald and Haithwaite due up in the bottom of the third. Yep, that's fine. So just Kramer aboard to start the bottom of the third inning. And we have Connor McDonald up to bat. I'd like to welcome in. Let me just fix the sound. As Connor McDonald puts a charge into that one over the centre fielder's head, it's going to fall just in front of the fence. McDonald rounding first on the second. Kramer was holding up. And McDonald's going to be in with a double there to centre field. Jules Kramer going on the hit and run. And he will get into second base on the double there. Big welcome to cricketing legend Ian Chappell. Joins me in the broadcast booth this evening. He's part of the Godfathers baseball team back in the day. Ian, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Pleasure. Nice to catch up with a few of the old Godfathers.
When did you first get involved with the Godfathers?
I reckon it was about 93. Tommy Organ, I played with Tom, played against him, and with the Cavs in winter baseball. We used to play at Passmore mostly. I played with the Cavs. Tommy played with the Mossman Pigs. And then I played one season of summer ball for Mossman. We won the night ball comp that year. We beat Auburn, I reckon, in the semis, and St George in the grand final. So Tommy said to me, anytime you want to come and have a game. I was going to England 93 to cover the series, the Ashes, and I thought, well, I was playing tennis at the time, and I thought no point in playing a couple of games and not being here for the finals. So Tommy said, come out and have a game of baseball. So I did, and played a few more years with the Godfathers.
So the Godfathers are a very well-known team on the Northern Beaches. How did the Godfathers go whilst you were a part of their program?
We won, I reckon, probably a couple of flags while I played there. Not necessarily much to do with what I mostly played third base for them. I was a catcher primarily. That's what I loved doing, but I was having a bit of back trouble, so I played third base. But then Kevin Cantwell got me back into Masters baseball with the Interport team, and so I caught with them. I finished up. I played my last game of baseball in Newcastle 2001 at age 58. By that stage, my knees were, well, they weren't quite gone then, but they are now.
Yeah, I think my knees went about 5 or 6 years ago, so it's been a while since I've jumped behind the plate. Tommy tells me of a story when you were commentating the cricket and the boys were up on a trip up at Airlie Beach, and you were dropping the Godfathers name into the commentary. Can you tell me a bit about that?
I was threatened with life if I didn't mention the Godfathers on television. I think it was might have been Wimbledon or something, some tournament like that. Hello, we've lost the lights again. Yeah, we done.
I think we're still live. Well, we'll keep going here.
Yeah,
but I think this could be the end of the game. It's well into darkness. It's the third power surge we've had tonight. But we'll finish off this chat with Ian Chappell, and then it could be home time.
Yeah, I reckon it was Wimbledon or it was something like that, and I got the phone call from Ronnie Finlay, who was our not only our catcher, but he was our legal officer, and he threatened me with I think a jail sentence if I didn't mention the Godfathers on television. So I was supposed to mention the Godfathers every time I went on television, but there was a bigger man than Ronnie Finlay. There was a bloke called Kerry Packer, and I thought, if I keep mentioning the Godfathers, Kerry's going to sack me.
Oh, Ian, thank you for your time this evening. Unfortunately, not as long as we would have hoped. But
yeah,
we'll
I guess it's the leftover from the storms last night, isn't it?
It could very well be. Not a lot of power in the area with a few blackouts around. The
Yeah.
lights on the Aquatic Centre are still on, but we'll work out what's happening and we'll keep everyone updated very shortly. But Ian, thanks for your time.
Pleasure.
Hopefully see you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.